If you're anything like me, you're probably not as flexible and as fit as you'd like, and you don't get a chance to get to the gym as often as you could. Well, today we're going to help you golfers out there who fall into this category, because we're talking about 3 things which can help you get more rotation in your backswing. Okay, so luckily I get a pretty decent turn in my golf swing. It's not really been something that I've struggled with. If anything, I probably need to turn a little bit less and get myself into a slightly shorter position at the top. But for many of you out there watching, you're not going to be as flexible as you'd like to be. You're not going to be able to get to the gym and work on your fitness like we see the best in the world. So we're going to show you 3 things that you can do or look at within your technique, which is going to help you improve the amount of rotation you have in your backswing. Let's get another ball ready. Now, the first thing we're going to do is discuss something in your setup, and this is really simple, and it's just a trail foot and how we position that trail foot. If I take this trail foot and I place it very square on, almost pointing directly out in front of me, that's a great way to limit how much I can rotate my hips. If I can't rotate my hips a huge amount, it would make sense that I'm unable to rotate my shoulders a huge amount. So for every golfer that I coach, I would like to see a little bit of flare out in the trail foot. If you're a golfer really struggling with rotation, then increasing the amount that that foot is flared out is absolutely fine. That's actually going to help you create more rotation through the hip area. As you start to rotate more through this hip area, you're going to find that has an effect on your legs. That's absolutely fine. But the key thing here would be to flare this trail foot out. That's going to help you rotate. So when I take my starting position, I'm going to have both of my feet flared out by maybe some 10-15 degrees. Experiment a little bit with how much you do that, more or less, depending on how much you need. Now, the second thing we're going to do here to help you rotate more is just be aware of the hips and the knees and what they're doing in the backswing. Too many golfers that I see are not allowing the trail leg to lose flex as they swing back. You'll notice that when I make my backswing, my trail leg reduces in flex. Now, I'm not really intentionally straightening that leg. What I am doing is I'm allowing my hips to turn freely, and as my hips turn freely on an angle, that has the effect of causing an increase in flex in the lead knee, and then obviously a decrease in flex in the trail knee. So many golfers are under the impression that the trail leg should maintain its bend. If I maintain its bend, it's going to really limit how much I can turn through my hips. So keeping this knee flexed is going to limit how much I can rotate my hips. If I do rotate my hips, I tend to find I rotate them quite level. I don't get a good tilt in that rotation. We need the hips to turn freely, and we need to get them to turn on a good angle. Allowing the trail knee to lose some flex is absolutely fine. One of the best examples of this would be Dustin Johnson. Obviously, I would like his game. I'm sure you would as well. Have a look at him at the top of his golf swing. He's got almost a straight trail leg, huge amount of angle across his hips, a huge amount of hip turn, and in turn a huge amount of shoulder turn. So the second thing that you can do if you're struggling with rotation is just allowing your hips to turn freely and allowing your trail leg to lose some of the flex that it had at setup. Okay, the final thing that we're going to do to help you rotate more is just have a look at your upper body and allowing you to lose some of the bend that you added in at the start. So as I take my starting position to this golf ball, I'm tilted over to the ball by a certain amount. My chest points down towards the ground. If when I make my backswing, my chest continues to point down towards the ground, that limits how much I can turn my shoulders. I don't really feel like I've got a huge amount more rotation in me than this. What we should find is that at the top of your backswing, your chest is going to be about horizontal to the ground. About is going to differ depending on the golfer. So take my example here. Chest is down to the ground, but as I turn back, notice how the buttons on my shirt are more horizontally out, straight back towards that camera there. The longest hitters, the ones who hit the ball miles, will often have the chest pointing more up towards the sky. Again, this is great for facilitating a little bit of rotation. So making sure that you're not keeping your chest down towards the ground. We often see this coupled with the head moving away from the target. Allow the buttons on your shirt to point more up towards the horizon, if not the sky. So if you do those 3 things together, you get the trail foot flared out, you allow the trail knee to lose flex, and you get your buttons feeling more towards the sky, that's going to give you a greater range of motion. What's that going to do for you? It's probably going to allow you to have a little bit more speed down the hitting area. who doesn't want a little bit more speed. And certainly, like I said, if you're a little bit of a unflexible golfer, many of us are, these are great things that you can do to help you gain a little bit more range of motion. Right, let's see if I can do those things. Foot flared out, knee and chest. And I would take that every day of the week. So if you're after a little bit more rotation, try those 3 things. I really think they're going to help. Also, I would love you to be a subscriber of my channel. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a comment, please like it. And if you would like to be a subscriber, click my logo right over there. It's absolutely free and it just means you'll get first access to all the videos. Thank you very much for watching. We shall hopefully see you back here again soon.